My name, Bùi Vũ Thái Hoàng. What does it mean? I'll start word by word. My last name, Bùi, means sweet. The first part of my middle name, Vũ, means either dance, feather, universe. The second part of my middle name and my first name, Thái Hoàng, means king. So for the whole name, it can be interpreted as Dance of the Sweet King, King of the Sweet Feather, or King of the Sweet Universe.
My name is Jennifer Rose. Jennifer means fair one. Jennifer Rose stands for a strong individual who is a growing symbolic female in the white race but takes pride in the Hispanic ethnicity that grounds her roots in the New Mexican soil. She is a strong individual who takes on challenges like a Spanish bull, stampeding towards the red cape. She desires the company of loved ones for support and company since she doesn't like the idea of being alone, but she stands tall as an individual.
My name was given to me by both my parents. At first, the attempt was to name me Bùi Hoàng Thái Vũ, but changed to Bùi Vũ Thái Hoàng because of the meaning my name would make in accord to the order of my birth. My oldest brother's first name is Huy. When Huy goes with Hoàng, a beautiful meaning is made. Magnificence. Many families in Vietnam name their kids this way. It is not compulsory, but many parents want the children's name to connect to each other to make meaning out of it. Back in the old days, parents named their kids differently. Some families named their kids as numbers according to the birth order, and some named their name of the Vietnamese zodiacs in their order. We don't do that anymore, but the meaning-making method is still widely used and popular among our culture, and the Vietnamese immigrants have this practice also.
She struggles with health conditions, considering that she's similar to her father, but she stands out greatly in this respect. She is able to look in a mirror and see the eyes and the delgada body type of her mother's younger self. She can see the gringa characteristics of her Caucasian father, ranging from her light brown blonde hair to her fair skin color. But when she speaks, independence rings in her voice. Intelligence yells in the grasps of air between her words, and determination is emitted from the glow in her eyes as she stares down her future. Jennifer Rose means I am me, and I won't give up until I reach the point I am destined to be at, until I have fulfilled the duties of describing and living the life I am meant to live. I am Jennifer Rose.
I used to not like my name. My name gives away my race and ethnicity. If I were to choose between the name Hoàng or Juan, I would choose Juan as in Mexican. I just want to blend in with the society I'm currently living in. Whenever someone asks my name, I would introduce myself to them as Juan. I don't want to be an Asian and fit in the stereotype that everybody follows. People immediately mistake me as Chinese because my name, Huang, is a Chinese name too. Whenever I say I'm an Asian, people usually assume that I am Chinese, like Chinese is the only type of Asian that ever exists. Once they know I'm Asian, they will spurt out those words like ching chong to define me.
The name narrative was definitely meaningful and very important. My perspective of the assignment changed throughout the learning experience because when you think of the name Jennifer, you don't think of, oh my gosh, that's tacked on with so many ideas, so many concepts, that's going to draw a rich history. So I was a little caught off guard. I didn't know where to take my name, but the more I looked into it, I learned so much about myself. I could set aside the bookwork and the classic school lifestyle. I could just envelope myself in myself. I could look back at my history. I could relate to my mom in stuff other than, oh, how was your day? Or how are you doing? How's work? It was more like, why did you name me Jennifer? Where did that come from? There has to be a reason besides the book meaning fair one. So throughout the learning experience, it definitely brought a new light to my name and kind of where I want to go in life, just based off of my name, not as a label, but as who I am.
Man, I didn't know that my name had a deeper meaning before doing research on what it means. I used to hate my name a lot, but no, my name shouldn't be hated by myself. I've learned to love myself, my roots, and where I come from. Why do I always try not to be like my people? There was one time I wished that I had white skin or at least a whiting sounding name, so that people would have a different look at me. Those thoughts have begun to fade since I took the Chicano Studies class. While every Chicano is trying very hard to preserve their culture and reclaim their identity, I figured out that I, as a Vietnamese on the American soil, should define myself as different from other people too.
Being in the Chicano Studies classroom environment, I could look around and there was 70 to 80 other faces in the class that I didn't relate to the first day. It was just another typical classroom. I didn't know what to expect. So to go into this environment and learn about the Hispanic culture, the Chicano culture, and where it all started, and knowing that other races and other ethnicities were also interested in something that involves my own culture and my own background, was an eye-opener for how important this culture is and where it came from. And the fact that other people from different ethnicities, different races, different cultural backgrounds, the fact that they engaged in something that pertains to my own life and the area in which we live proves how important it is to know, hey, we're in New Mexico. And the fact that other people with different backgrounds could incorporate that into a classroom environment really inspired me to go all out in this classroom. I went on an experience with my own name. I got to see how people felt about their names and what areas of the world their names came from. It wasn't just rooted in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Our classroom was bound by the walls, but we weren't bound by our minds. We were able to go beyond what was set in the classroom.